Ready? Hi, my name's Amelia. Today we're going to be practicing a short and sweet vinyasa flow. Nice and simple. We'll try and do one breath, one movement. So I hope you enjoy. We'll start in a child's pose today. So making yourself comfortable, you can have your knees wide if that feels comfortable for you. Otherwise, the knees can be together, but I encourage you to have knees wide so that your belly can release with each breath, and then just reaching the hands out in some extended child's pose. And just taking a moment here to feel the breath in the body. Heightening your awareness. And feeling the body expand with each breath in and release on the exhale. You might like to come on the fingertips, reach the hands forward. Nice big stretch. The left, so just off the mat, and you can stay on the fingertips if you like, and breathing into the right ribs, feeling a nice C curve through the spine. Nice stretchy breath. And one more breath here. And then walking the hands back towards the center, and then walking over towards the right. And walking the hands into, going to start to roll the spine up towards a tabletop position. Rolling all the way up, creating nice stable hands, pressing the fingertips in, tuck the toes under. We're going to start to lift the sit bones as you drop the belly and lift the gaze. You've got your toes tucked under. We're going to hover the knees and draw the sit bones all the way up for downward facing dog. Start to drop the knees again. And this time, as you drop the knees, create round upper back so that you're doming and almost like you're shifting your weight forward just slightly over the hands. Nice big stretch. Variation of cat pose. And then again, from the sit bones, can you tilt the pelvis all the way up, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Tuck the toes under, start to lift the sit bones all the way up towards the sky. Just like that, we're going to drop the knees again. And as you drop the knees, doming the back, shifting the weight slightly forward over the hands. The weight will shift slightly back, tilting the pelvis up, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Heart reaches forward. Tuck the toes under, downward facing dog. Lift the sit bones all the way up to the sky. Keep a slight bend in the knees. The heels might be lifted, but feel like an energetic pull towards the mat. Nice long line from the crown of the head all the way up towards the sit bones. Pressing firmly into the mat with the hands. Take a deep breath in. Full breath out. Start to walk the feet all the way up to the top of the mat. Taking a nice stroll.
And we'll just keep the feet hips width distance apart if they're not already there. And you might like to hold on to the elbows just for ragdoll for a moment. And feel the weight drop down the spine and the head release so it's nice and relaxed. No tension in the neck. Yeah, maybe there's a sway in the body. And keeping a nice deep bend in the knees so that the belly is on the tops of the thighs. Taking one more full breath. And dropping the hands back down to the mat. We'll roll the spine all the way up to stand. Engaging through the core. Reaching the hands all the way up towards the sky. We'll hold onto the left wrist with the right hand, pulling the hand over towards the right. The feet firmly planted into the mat. Weight is even on both sides. One big breath in. And full breath out. Reaching back up towards the sky. Over to the other side with the left hand on the right wrist and then pulling over towards the left. And breathing into the whole side body. Nice even breath. Reaching the hands all the way up towards the sky. Maybe there's a gaze up towards the fingertips. And then pressing the palms in towards the heart space and all the way down towards the mat. Forward fold. Uttanasana. Taking a halfway lift, hands come towards the shins, creating a flat spine. Exhale, hands towards the mat, stepping back one, followed by the other, plank pose. And we'll drop the knees and then untuck the toes, shift the weight slightly forward and bending the elbows, coming all the way onto the belly. The fingertips, elbows are drawing up. Pressing through the tops of the feet, we'll start to peel the spine all the way up. So we're coming in for a few rolling cobras. And early in the practice, this might be quite a gentle, smaller movement. So on the inhale, we'll roll the spine all the way up. The head will lift last. And then on the exhale, articulating the spine all the way back down, pressing into the tops of the feet so you're engaging through the legs and the glutes, protecting the low back. One more in your own time, in your own breath. Exhale, release. You can come into plank or tabletop, meeting in plank. Push your way up, hold, 2 full breaths, engaging through the core, starting to build heat in the body. And after your 2 full breaths, softening the knees, bringing the sit bones all the way up to the sky, downward facing dog. Big breath in through the nose, full breath out. Stepping forward with your right foot, followed by the left, Uttanasana, forward fold. Taking a halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, release, fold. Reaching the hands all the way up to the sky. Inhale, reach up. Pressing the palms together, hands come through the heart space and all the way down. Exhale, fold. Taking a halfway lift, inhale. Stepping back 1 foot, followed by the other, plank pose. Hold here. Active through every part of the body. We're going to start to shift the weight slightly forward, so you're coming forward on the feet, bending through the elbows, halfway Chaturanga. Welcome to stay in the modified version with the knees on the mat, holding halfway, pushing up Chaturanga. Sorry, plank. One more time, Chaturanga, bending through the elbows, and then dropping the belly. Feet lift the heart, no tension in the neck, just keeping a nice long spine And the neck is just an extension of the spine. And then dropping back down onto the mat, pressing in, toes under, coming into tabletop position. Drop the belly, lift the gaze. Push the mat away, doming through the back, cat pose. One more time. Cow pose, tuck the toes under, lift the sit bones all the way up towards the sky, downward facing dog. You can step this time the left foot forward, followed by the right to the top of the mat, taking a halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold. Reach up, hands to the sky, inhale, forward fold, exhale. Halfway lift, inhale. Stepping back one foot followed by the other, plank pose. You can take your version either Chaturanga or modified, bending through the elbows. This time upward facing dog, if that's in your practice. Rolling over the toes, reaching the sit bones up towards the sky, downward facing dog. Taking a full breath in through the nose. Releasing, exhale. You can either step, hop, or jump towards the top of the mat. Forward fold. Starting to bring one breath, one movement. And taking your version of the flow, and if that's not in your practice and you'd like to meet in downward dog, you're more than welcome to do so. Taking a halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Reaching the hands all the way up to the sky, Urdhva Hastasana. Palms pressing in towards the heart and all the way back down, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Stepping back one foot followed by the other, plank pose or straight into Chaturanga. Taking your flow, upward facing dog. Engaging through the core, pulling you back towards downward facing dog. Full breath in, breath out. And reaching the right foot all the way up towards the sky. Bringing your knee towards your nose, exhale. Reaching the foot all the way back up. Active toes, knee towards the elbow, the right elbow, exhale. Foot lifts all the way up, inhale. Bringing the knee towards the elbow. Stepping just outside the wrist. We'll just warm up through the hips. So just taking a few breaths and creating some movement here if you like. Or you can just stay still, breathing. Create firm grip of the mat, so your fingertips are pressing in. Engage through the core. You're going to bring your knee back towards your elbow, lifting the foot. Nice work. Reaching the foot all the way back up towards the sky. Inhale. Knee towards your nose. And then stepping forward with the back foot, forward fold. Taking a halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. Reaching all the way up towards the sky, inhale. Hands press into heart space and all the way down. Exhale. Stepping back to plank pose, taking your flow, either full Chaturanga or modified. Challenge yourself. All the way back to downward facing dog, taking a full breath in and out. Start to lift the left foot all the way up towards the sky. Inhale. Knee towards your nose. Exhale. Curling in, round through the spine. Protract the shoulders all the way up. Inhale, reaching the foot all the way up towards the sky. Knee towards your nose. Exhale. Inhale. Foot reaches to the sky. Knee to your left elbow this time. Hug it in. Can you get just above the elbow? Foot to the sky, inhale. Again, knee towards your elbow. Exhale. Foot just outside the hand, and we'll just drop the hips for a moment. You might like to circle through the hips, getting a nice stretch. We balance strength with ease, creating ease through an equal breath in and out. Notice the hands and the strength through the whole hand, pressing the palms into the mat. Engage through the core. Start to lift the foot, knee back to the elbow. And reach the foot all the way back up to the sky, three-legged dog. And stepping through the hands, framing the front foot. And stepping forward with the back foot. Forward fold, halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. And reaching all the way up towards the sky, Urdhva Hastasana, inhale. Pressing the hands towards the heart space, just staying here for a moment. Mountain pose, palms facing forward. And breathe in, reach all the way up towards the sky, inhale. Exhale, fold. Taking a halfway lift, inhale. Stepping back, one foot, the other, taking your flow, Chaturanga, or modified, or meeting back in downward dog. Full breath out. Big toes touch at the back of the mat. Lift the heels and lift the right foot all the way up towards the sky. Knee towards the nose, exhale. Foot to the sky, three-legged dog, inhale. Stepping through the hands, exhale. Ground down through the back foot. Reach the arms all the way up, warrior two. Find your focus just over the fingertips. Bending the knee over, just directly over the toes. Full breath in, full breath out. Reach forward, reach. And then reverse warrior, reach up towards the sky. Coming into side angle pose, the elbow can come just in the inner leg and then reaching the left arm all the way up. Or if you like, your fingertips can come to the inner side of the foot and then reaching the bicep towards the ear so that your hand is reaching to the top of the mat. A diagonal line from the hand to the back foot. Gaze can be up or down. Finding your breath here. And on your next inhale, reaching back up to warrior two, keeping the bend in the front knee. Once again, reverse warrior. Inhale. Exhale, releasing the hands to the mat, frame the front foot. And we'll step back with the front foot, plank pose. You might like to take your Chaturanga here. Modify as you need, meeting back in downward facing dog. Full breath in, big breath out. And big toes touch at the back of the mat. Lift the heels, lift the left foot all the way up towards the sky. Knee to nose, exhale. Inhale, reach the foot all the way up. Knee to nose, exhale. One more for good luck, inhale. Stepping the foot between the hands. Down through the back foot, coming all the way up, warrior two. Engage the core. Mindful movement. Finding your breath. Let's reach forward with the front hand, reaching up towards the sky. Left hand to the inner leg. Side angle pose, reaching the right arm up or fingertips to the mat and reaching over the head, over the face. Full Spacious breath. Keeping the bend in the knee engaged through the core as you come all the way, lifting up, warrior two. One more time, reverse warrior, reach forward and up. And then hands will reach the mat, exhale. Stepping back, engage the core as you come into your Chaturanga, your flow. Meeting back in downward dog. Full breath in, big breath out. And rolling forward into plank pose. Chaturanga all the way to the belly is going to meet the mat, but for 5 counts. So start to bend the elbows. 4, 3, 2, 1. Baby Cobra. Lift the heart. Keep the gaze down just in front of the mat. And release. Lift back up into plank pose. And then soften the knees as you lift the sit bones all the way back up towards the sky. Start to lift the right foot all the way up, knee to nose, exhale. Inhale, reaching the foot all the way up to the sky, stepping the foot through the hands straight away into warrior two. Holding here for 1 breath. Settle in the exhale. We'll reach forward, reverse. You know where we're going. Side angle, bringing the elbow to the inner leg or fingertips to the mat, reaching over the head. Option to take a bind here. You can take a half bind with the left arm just beside the low back, or you can take a full bind if that's in your practice. And notice when the breath gets lost and just pulling it back. Prioritizing easing the breath over the posture. 1 full breath here. And on the exhale, releasing the bind, side angle. Engage through the core and the legs as you lift up warrior two, keeping the bend in the knee. And then hands will reach the mat, framing the front foot. Stepping back to a 3-legged plank, keeping the right foot lifted off the mat. Taking a 3-legged chaturanga if that's in your practice. Dropping the toes, upward facing dog. Rolling over the toes, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Exhale. Lifting the left foot all the way up towards the sky. Inhale. Knee towards the nose, exhale. Foot to the sky, inhale. Foot between the hands, exhale. And ground down through the back foot, reaching the arms up, warrior two. Find stability. Reach forward with the left hand, reaching up the sky, reverse warrior. Side angle pose, coming into a variation, whether it's your fingertips to the mat. And if binds are in your practice, you can take a half bind here or a full bind. Once again, prioritizing the breath. And maybe there's a challenge for yourself. Yoga is meant to be unrefined and messy. Full breath here. Release on the exhale. Finding strength through the legs to lift you back up, warrior two. And then hands framing the front foot. Stepping back for 3-legged plank, reaching the foot just off the mat. 3-legged flow. Upward facing dog, big inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. rolling forward, plank pose. Holding here, bending the elbows, Chaturanga. Upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, lifting the sit bones up. Taking a full clearing breath. Let everything go, exhale. And drop the knees to the mat, child's pose. When you're ready, taking your time, dropping the sit bones towards the heels. Reaching the hands out. And then walking the palms towards the body. Sitting up. Taking a moment here. You can roll over the ankles and into a seat. We'll just take a forward fold. So giving the legs a nice little release, shake. Keeping the toes active. You might like to shift so that you're up on the sit bones. And then reach the fingertips up towards the sky. Take a full breath in, lengthen. And exhale, we fold, relax the spine over the legs. Taking a few breaths here. And we'll gently start to walk the palms just beside the leg all the way back into a seat. Reach the hands out towards the feet. And just one vertebra at a time, start to roll the spine onto the mat. So we're making our way down flat on our spine. You might like to roll the hips side to side, giving them a nice little release. And then hugging the feet in towards the belly. Just a gentle twist, dropping the legs over towards the left. Both knees in towards the left. Taking a full breath. Allowing your energy to start to slow and release as we slow the practice down. Bringing the knees back in towards the belly and just to the other side, nice and easy. And bringing the knees back into center. You might like to take a happy baby or something to finish off your practice, whether that's hugging the knees back in. But when you're ready, just making your way into Shavasana. So extending the legs out long, palms facing up. And when you get there, just closing down the eyes, taking a full breath in. And let everything go on the exhale. Letting the whole body surrender into the earth. I encourage you to stay in Shavasana for as long as you can. Ideally 10 minutes would be perfect. Just allow the whole body to relax. And create softness from the crown of the head all the way down to the toes. I hope you enjoyed today's practice. Namaste.